Hello, friends. Welcome to this live stream. And as you know, this is dedicated on business. And I'm live. I can talk to you. And if you have any questions, you can shoot out your questions and it will reach directly behind me on this wall. I can read your questions and answer. So this live stream is all about business. So stay tuned and stay connected. And as you know, my name is right here. My name is Chandrakant. And the topic of discussion today is the impact of technology on business. So as you know that, the technology is all around you. There has been so many advancements all across the world. And if you're not waking up to this reality, this is a time to wake up and change your processes. And why? I will discuss that today in this live stream and also provide my perspective of why you should change in the changing paradigm, and especially for the next year, because 2023 is a big year for change. It's a very big change which is happening silently. Probably you may not realize it right now, but 2023 is a change of the year. The real impact of this change will be visible in the first quarter of 2024. So some of these items which I'll discuss with you today are going to be very relevant. So stick around and let's start our discussion. The discussion is about the impact of technology towards business, and because of this technology, a lot of changes are happening. The way we do business is also changing very, very rapidly. And in fact, there are 5 sections in today's tutorial, which I will be sharing with you. And, these 5 sections, I will tell you step by step what are the changes and how these changes can make your life easy and make you successful. All right. So what the technology is doing in the first place, the technology is actually improving your communication and also enhancing collaboration. So business is all about communication with your client and also collaboration with your partners. So you had to basically sign up a lot of documents. You had to identify who's the right partner for reaching out to your client. And there used to be a lot of agreement. In fact, there used to be a separate department in the company because collaboration is a totally different subject, and not everybody is equipped enough for managing partners. So partner management, collaboration used to be a totally different subject altogether. But right now the technology solutions are available, and because of this technology solution, there is a lot of changes happening in this arena, in collaboration as well as in communication. When it comes to communication, it affects the wider audience of your organization. Communication can be with your internal customers, which is your employee assets, and your clients, as well as your investors, as well as your prospects, and as well as your partners. So communication has a much wider reach, and collaboration is very specific to particular set of audience. So when it talk about technology, and when you talk about how the technology is changing these very, very important aspect of the business, we have to understand what is going on here. So first of all, the technology is making your life easy, because now you can rely on a lot of hosted services which will kind of automate a lot of these hassles that you actually get into. The hassles of reaching out to the client, reaching out to the prospects, and how do you basically control the workflow? How do you avoid communication gaps? How do you ensure that you have responded appropriately for every communication, and you're not affected emotionally by on that particular day, because suppose you may have some emotional issue or some personal issue, it should not reflect in the communication. So technology is helping you overcome a lot of these things, and because of all these technology tools, bots available right now, you can actually create a lot of smart automation And especially with the advancement in AI, you can actually integrate the AI technology into your communication and collaboration. So people who are actually engaging with you will not see the difference whether they are talking to a human being or they are communicating with a bot. Essentially for them, they come with a question, they come with a query, the query get answered. Many times there could be a sign off activity, many times there could be a contractual activity. All of that can be offloaded to a smart bot technology. So what is happening here? You are basically having an easy time because a lot of these things are automated. AI is taking care of these due diligence, and your life is easier. So when your life is easier, you can spend your time elsewhere in growing the business. So this is something which is happening today, and sooner you realize as a business professional, even if you are an employee in some company, if you realize that there are a lot of changes happening which is going to change everything by 2024, better it would be. So sooner the better. That is the mantra of today's discussion. Going back to the communication part, the communication is so vital, and today, like I'm reaching out to you worldwide through this live chat, you can actually reach out to all of your audience irrespective of where they are located. They can be located within your country, they can be located outside your country, they can be located in a different continent, they could be located some areas where you don't even have to pick up the phone and talk to them. And if at all you need to talk to them, you can just set up a live chat with them or a video conferencing with them. So you don't have to catch the flight to meet them physically, which was a time in the last decade, especially before 2022, you had to necessarily get onto a flight and reach out to your whether partner, customer, etc., because there was a sort of a ego issue where you have to meet the person. Without meeting them, you will not be able to close the deal. So in today's with the technology filled business environment, you can avoid all that, and you are literally living in a global village, because communication is not an issue. The technology has changed the world so much that communication is not at all an issue today. You're not even thinking twice whether you should pick up the phone or send an email or send a message. There are n number of options available for you to send your message to the person whom you want to communicate with. So technology has brought in so much changes, and especially if you are a smart business person, you will embrace these changes and implement these changes into your organization. By implementing these changes, you will obviously increase productivity, because what is happening here is that once you have automated your bots, you're not monitoring them. Unlike if you have a call center, or if you have bunch of guys taking care of those activities, they are not there anymore, because you have now offloaded everything on a bot. And because of that, as a business owner, you can automate this once, and after that forget about it. It's like that. So the bot will not do any mistake. There could be a Six Sigma quality check on the bot. There could be there are various options available what you can do. There are paid bots and there are free bots. So paid bots will actually give you quality control. So once you have offloaded all of that onto the bot or AI, then your productivity will also increase manifold, because then you can redeploy your workforce into doing something else. And so one side, you are saving cost, your strategy is completely undergoing a change, radical change, and most of these activities which used to require people to manage, especially communication, collaboration, sales, marketing, all of that activity is going on to the automation. So this is going to improve your productivity. You will reduce your cost, you will have a better ROI, etc. So these are the changes which are being brought in by the technology. So what are earth shattering which is happening now? So the mantra here is the automation. A lot of tasks being automated today, and you have to identify which are the things which you can automate. Now each business has a different nuance. Now there is no set rule book right now, because these changes are happening very rapidly, very fast, very rapidly. So for your business, you are the best judge. You cannot talk to somebody who has got experience of a decade, because this change has just started recently, and the changes are very rapid. Now if you are not changing along with the tides, chances are next year will be very tough. It will take a lot of your time and energy, and by the time the competition will take over, because competition has decided to change. So it's very important for you to change, understand the technology which is available, how you can use the technology to your benefit, how quickly you can automate all of these things. Now if you are not clear how to do it, probably you can hire a consulting company or a consultant who will tell you step by step, maybe for a month or two, and then automate some of your activities when you're in your physical company to automation. So I think this is something which you have to do. You have to understand that this is something which is important. And automation technology is very easily available right now, because if you look at the landscape today, the technology companies themselves are bringing in these changes. Now if you look at the world today, the world can be divided into 3 to 4 main buckets. So whatever you are, even if you are Boeing or Citibank, or even a very large company like Schlumberger, or a mom and pop shop, you are using these 4 technology across the world, wherever you are, which is Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and rest. The rest can be 25%, which can be rest of the group. So there are 4 technology companies today. Larger one are the first three, which is Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. So if you are basically into e-commerce, you are with Amazon or Shopify or those kind of companies. If you are a technology company, then you can be either with Microsoft or with Google. Now all of these companies are bringing these changes themselves. They are integrating AI to their core platforms. They are providing their technology to their core platform, in the sense that they are saying that, look, you better use the AI bots. Like if you are a Google, if your company is hosted on Google, then you have to use Bard. They are giving you sort of incentives to use the Bard, which is their AI, the GPT chat-based AI engine, to integrate with your applications within the company or with your website, etc. So they are allowing you to use their technology. Similarly, the chat GPT, which is owned by Microsoft, which is OpenAI technology, is also being provided as an offering to their businesses. Similarly, Amazon. So 90% of the world, most of the progressive world, is exposed to these technologies, and the adoption of these technologies is very rapid. So if you are a businessman, you are still trying to see how I can do business, which I was doing 3 years back. This is not the time to do that. This is time to change. This is a time to understand where the technology is going rapidly, because you have to change within next 3 to 6 months. If you don't change, don't automate, it will be too late in 2024, because world would have moved ahead. How this will impact you, I will tell you in the coming section. So by adapting to the new technology, you will be able to also create better understanding within your workforce, and then you can redeploy your workforce to do strategic thinking, to do strategic work, because most of the repetitive tasks, mundane tasks, you have decided to offload to AI, because this is something which is relied on automation. So when you are offloading your mundane day-to-day activity on AI to take care, where you don't have to do any monitoring, you don't have to pay any salary, you don't have to provide coffee in the office. So your workforce can be then transitioned to do strategic thinking. And this is where the growth of the company, the area where the growth is required in the changing paradigm will play a vital role. You have to keep your employees very happy. You have to keep your employees motivated, and therefore you have to give them new jobs, which AI cannot replicate. That means you have to be human in the first place, and therefore by deploying your workforce in the right way and using the right HR policies will determine the future of your company. And by doing all of this, one side you are saving costs, because now you're using the AI bots, and they are not going to ask any salary, or they don't want any place to sit. On the other side, you are now using multiple brains, which is your employee strength, to come up with a strategic solution, the future roadmap of your company. So this is something which is very, very important, and this is why, if you are able to do all of these things, you will be able to create better revenue, better return on investment for your organization. Now, with advancement in technology, the personalized customer experience is also very, very important, and customers today are expecting that when they reach out to you as a business, then they expect you to know them. You should be able to address them back as their first name and last name. Now that will not happen if some of the data is not being captured about the customer. So customer will feel very happy if you know his problem, why he has called you, what is his name, what is his actual pain point, etc. So there is a constant need for customer data collection, which can be done very, very effectively by technology. So if you are deploying these things, automation, and using these AI technologies available for this data collection, then the life will be very easier, and you will be able to implement these personalized approach to your customer management. And when I say personalize, because customers can reach you through telephone, can reach you through a device, can reach you through a website. So when we say personalize, it's the omni-channel personalization, where customer is reaching out to your business from whichever place they want to, and they are getting the same level of attention on various different channels. So therefore it is very important to have the deployment of technology and provide personalization services to your client. Now I have actually covered very vital areas today. You may or may not be aware of this, so if you are aware of this, very good for you. If you are not aware of this, you can reach out to me on a one-on-one basis, and I can guide you. Specifically tailor-made guiding can be provided, where you can actually implement these technologies for your company in a phased manner. All right, let's move forward. So by doing this personalization automation, you will then attract customer loyalty. The customer will feel very comfortable by doing business with you. The customer will feel, okay, your business is able to provide me better service, better attention at a very reduced cost. So the chances of losing your client will not be there. So there will be more stickiness when the customer comes to you. They will feel very convenient talking to you, because they will not know whether you have employed the AI in the back end. So AI can handle most of the activities, and only in certain cases AI can bring a human in front of the client. So customer feels that whenever I call this business, they give me a very good attention. So that way the customer will feel very comfortable, and therefore they will not move away from your business. It will improve the customer loyalty. So think about it, friends, and you know in this changing world, the new model has to come up with. The new model has to be derived, and the new model is something which is um, uh, using the AI. So let's talk about that. The new model is that you have to transition more on online mechanisms. So if you're selling something physically, selling services physically, or selling some merchandise physically, that can transition completely on online business. Now if we look at the e-commerce business, that is completely moved online. It's been now a decade where people are so comfortable using apps and making an order about whatever they need. So this is something which has to be done. So gone are the days where even the learning and development kind of services would need to be provided physically in premise. Nowadays the learning and development also can be provided online. So therefore the business model is completely changing. You are now forced to find online mechanism to sell your services, whether it is a physical product or a virtual service, or even books. Now if you look at the books, there was a time when people used to sit and read these books, but now you can actually download e-books or some sort of voice books, audio books, at a fraction of the cost. You don't have to carry this thick book in your bag and keep reading whenever you are. So you carry a Kindle and read the book, carry the multiple books in your Kindle. Similarly, you can actually avoid carrying the Kindle, because if you're on Google, you can actually download the ebook, Google ebook, and read it whenever you want. So the times have changed completely. So things are moving on the online platforms. So make sure that your strategy is in line with the current landscape, which is everything is now online. All kinds of services are now being sold online. Now all of this is definitely going to make life very easy, because once you have selected the right strategy, you will be able to create a scenario where your online technology and online business model is going to make your life easy, so that you can now diversify it into a different business. So once you do that, you will be able to create a different business. But remember friends, that is why I said that these changes are definitely going to bring changes for everyone, and therefore there will be increased competition. There will be an increased competition, because if everybody is getting that advantage that technology is offering, then if the competition is also getting that advantage and reducing price, because obviously because of this automation the price can come down, reducing price, then you have to start thinking in a very, very radical way when it comes to survival in business. So the impact of technology is definitely there. The next year will tell us who will succeed, who will not succeed. The competition and you as a business owner, both of you have the similar advantage. You have access to technology, and faster you adapt the technology, better it would be, better you can actually win over your competition. Therefore this is something which is a year of the change. Next year will be the real year. The real deal will be visible only in 2024. Right now things are very quiet, but next year will be very, very different, and the landscape will again change very rapidly. These are my prediction based on my understanding of the business. So thank you friends for joining me live today, and if you have any questions, you can send in your comment and I will address them in the next live stream. Until then, I like to say goodbye for today, only to catch you again in the next one. Bye bye for now.